I have a fairly mellow Discord if you want to join us there for a bit of conversation and debate. We have people from all over, really, and for the most part, it's fairly good-natured and peaceful. As long as you come in that kind of spirit, you'll be fine. Hello, lovelies. Technically, I'm taking this week off, but I have a few things I want to show you and talk to you about, mostly new releases of game stuff that I've created, so if you'll forgive the shilling. First of all, Grimdark, Grim and Nasty, Deadly and Nasty rules for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is out. I kind of pushed the boat out on this one as a bit of an experiment, so it's full colour because Lulu's colour printing has improved dramatically and is much less expensive than it used to be, so you get all the glories of a full colour layout, and I spent a lot more time on the layout than I normally do. These are the rules which are intended to power Whitechester, so if you want a little sort of preview of what to expect from that, you can get that here. It's $24.99 in UK monies. I nearly went for the hardback, but if you go for the hardback you can't get into more general distribution, so I may still add a hardback option, but that will be for the future. But yeah, Grimdark for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is now available. It's rules changes and ideas and different ways of creating characters, primarily in order to create more of an old school dark, nasty, tactical feel to play, which is much more suited to sort of dark fantasy, horror fantasy, even swords and sandals, but the setting is intended to be a sort of early modern setting. So Whitechester is set in the equivalent of the aftermath of the English Civil War in the late 1600s, so that's the kind of technology level I'm thinking of. Magic is much less emphasized, it's much more limited. Combat is a lot more deadly and quick because it's deadly, so you really have to think tactically. But it's come out beautifully, I think, and bit of a departure. Am I going to do all future books in this kind of colourful, fancy format? I don't know. It was an awful lot of work. And it hasn't been performing as well as I would have liked, but again, it is going to be the rules system that powers Whitechester, at least primarily, which is my horror dark fantasy setting, in which you're prisoners forced into a city that has been walled off because it has been overrun by the undead. So that's the kind of thing that you can expect from that. I have also released my own dungeon with blackjack and hookers, which is a single-page complete RPG. Again, kind of dark and nasty, but a bit more tongue-in-cheek. Quite brutal rules, but the idea is it's so simple, so easy to play, so loose and easy to play that you can just tuck a printout of it into your wallet and take it out when you need to play. Otherwise, all you'll need is 3d6 or a dice app on your phone. And that was just a lot of fun to do, and kind of a dry run in terms of the overwrought layout and sort of art punk styling that then went into the layout of Grimdark. But there was just a lot of fun, so I might do some more stuff for that just because it's a lot of fun, like one-page foldable dungeons, things like that. Lastly, I have been running games for some adult workers, a rather sort of sexy time RPG, again D&D. My campaign setting is called Erotech. This is run on Plexstorm with Tabletopless on Friday nights, 10 PM UK. Bit late for some of you, bit late for me, but you do what you can with time zones. But I've actually put the work in to make an interesting setting and an interesting story, and most, if not all, of the resources that I've been creating and using while I've been running the game are available in Gazetteers. So if you want to take that setting and you want to run Sexy Time D&D for yourself, or just use some of the ideas that I've presented, you can find that information in the Gazetteers, which are available on my site. So if you want to go looking for any of this stuff, you need to go looking for post-mort.com, which is my site, which is where you can buy PDFs and so on directly, or go to lulu.com, or via my site to lulu.com if you want the printouts. Yeah, so go buy my shit. I'm sure you'll have a good time, and tell me about your character. Zang. In his house in R'lyeh, great Cthulhu lies dreaming, and when he awakens, he shall have the morning wood of aeons. Call of Cthulhu is a deeply pornographic card game. Enjoy your tentacles.